Parents, how do you really know who your kids are talking to online? More than 80 million kids surf the web, and studies show online predators know where to find them.
Pedophiles have a game plan for how to molest children, and they're prowling the internet in bigger and bigger numbers, hoping to lure kids into cyber hookups.
Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, they're all popular among people of all ages. But this weekend, a 15-year-old girl says she was sexually attacked after meeting someone online. And now social media experts say incidents like these are happening at alarming rates.
Valley points to national statistics showing roughly 86% of people arrested for child pornography have assaulted a child.
Since 2000, the Safe Surfin Foundation has existed to protect and educate potential victims of internet crimes. The foundation also equips and aids local law enforcement in combating online sexual predators. The year was 1997. The internet was becoming commonplace in homes across America. Already, 70 million users were online, but the growth of the internet gave rise to new dangers. Child pornography was uploaded and shared at a frightening pace. Sexual predators canvassed the internet, preying on children and teens in chat rooms. Claiming to be teens themselves, offenders would attempt to meet and abduct potential victims. As the magnitude of these crimes grew, so did the need for specialized law enforcement to deal with this rapidly growing threat. As a result, the Bedford County, Virginia Sheriff's Office was one of the first in the nation to receive federal funding to combat internet crimes against children.
ICAC is a congressionally funded Department of Justice task force that has been tasked with protecting kids online and going after the sexual predators that use the internet and other cyber devices now to go after children on the internet and within this cyber world.
Although ICAC began to make progress, Sheriff Brown realized more needed to be done to educate potential victims.
We began to develop an educational program working with the Department of Justice, and that started the Safe Surfin Foundation.
The importance of educating parents and teens to the reality of online dangers was confirmed the same year the Safe Surfin Foundation was established. Amanda Stubbs, a teenage girl in Virginia, walked down her driveway and disappeared.
It truly is indescribable what you feel like when you know you may not see your child again. That panic and fear that grips your heart is basically indescribable.
When I was 13 years old, it's when the computer was first introduced into my household. And I joined a chat room where all of our friends from school were, and we just discussed about schoolwork and things going on in our daily lives. A boy who I thought was my age, 13, kind of private chatted me and acted as if he was a friend of someone at our school. And he pretty much knew everything about me just from my friends talking to him and just things that I said as well, because we just posted everything.
The man chatted with Amanda online for several weeks. Finally, he asked if they could meet in person. She agreed, but he told her not to tell her parents. When Amanda got to the end of her driveway, the man grabbed her and fled.
It was just pure terror, and I kept trying to freeze and make him change his mind, but nothing seemed to work.
One of our dear friends, Robert Houston, was a Virginia State police officer, and he came to help. And he said, "Vicki, basically, let's get you out of here. You're going to go crazy." And so I walked out with him, and then I saw Amanda. And he had, the predator had basically brought her back and threw her out of the truck and left her. And the police saw him and gave chase to the truck, and they trapped him in a cul-de-sac.
Thanks to the hard work of law enforcement, ICAC, and the Safe Surfin Foundation, Amanda was rescued and returned to her parents.
We took her to the hospital, and I remember sitting there just waiting to get in to see her. They rushed her right back. And I walked over to her, and she just reached up and she grabbed my arms and she said, "Mom, you have to help me." She said, "Mom, you have to help me teach kids so that what happened to me will never happen to another kid again."
Now, all of a sudden, we had a small girl standing in front of us and telling us what this this monster did to her, and it really gave us a kick to do something.
And it's been 14 years since we joined up with the Safe Surfin Foundation to reach out and touch as many children and their parents as possible to teach them about internet safety.
Amanda and her mother, Vicki, are important members of the Safe Surfin Foundation. Vicki serves on the board of directors, and Amanda works to educate minors about the dangers they face online. Amanda's abduction and subsequent rescue was the inspiration for the full-length feature film, Finding Faith.
We just wanted another arena to get into and to spread the educational. We thought maybe a movie would be a good way to do that.
When I heard that it was going to be made into a movie, I just knew that it would touch one person and save their life, for them to come forward and say, this is happening to me, or I had a friend coming to another friend, just to start the word and the chain and awareness that this can happen.
Since 2000, the Safe Surfin Foundation has grown and expanded.
Safe Surfin concentrates on educating kids beginning at the kindergarten level. We used the NetSmarts program that was developed by the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. We also have Protector program that supplies ballistic vest protection for agencies that don't have in the budget Easy Child ID, which is a complete kit where we can take digital fingerprints of a child and their picture and give it to the parent in case the child comes up missing. And then we have Cop in the Box, where we supply computer equipment to an agency that wants to start their own ICAC investigations.
We live in an internet age. There are an estimated 77 million children online every day, and there are over 500,000 registered sex offenders with that same access. 1 in 5 teens has already received an unwanted sexual solicitation online, and the numbers continue to rise. Internet Crimes Against Children, or ICAC, is one agency designed to fight online crimes against children. ICAC encompasses forensic and investigative components, training and technical assistance, victim services, and community education. Since ICAC's inception, more than 440,000 law enforcement officers and other professionals have been trained to investigate and prosecute ICAC-related cases. ICAC task forces have reviewed more than 435,000 complaints of alleged child sexual victimization. These complaints have resulted in the arrest of more than 45,000 individuals. As a result of programs like Cop in a Box, officers have made more arrests of sexual predators. But one case made Sheriff Brown realize that the officers needed extra protection in the form of bullet-resistant vests. On May 3, 2012, Corporal Shannon Loudon of West Virginia went to the home of 53-year-old William Demir. Corporal Loudon was part of the Crimes Against Children Task Force, and Demir was suspected of a sexual assault against a young girl.
Saw out of the corner of my eye, he ducked into a bedroom that he was standing beside, and I instantly followed right behind him. He was saying that he was going to get the camera that I wanted. I'm going to get the camera for you.
Corporal Loudon ordered the man to stop, but it was too late.
And as I was racing towards him, telling him to leave the camera alone, and as I got right up to him, he jumped and spun around. All I could tell you is I knew I'd been shot.
Corporal Loudon was not wearing a bullet-resistant vest when he was shot.
I hit the floor, and still in my mind I knew I just had to get out of that house. And luckily, for some reason that day, I left my car running. And I was glad I did, because my door was unlocked, my car was running, my radio was booted up, and I was able to call for help immediately. Once I got in my cruiser, I instantly started feeling the real shortness of breath.
Loudon was life-flighted with critical injuries, but miraculously survived. The bullet fragments had penetrated his lungs, but narrowly missed his heart. The suspect was later killed by police in an exchange of gunfire. Bullet-resistant vests have saved the lives of over 3,000 officers since the early 1970s. With the help of Moose International, the National Sheriff's Association, and Top Line Armor Systems, Protect the Protectors have provided vests all across America to officers in need. Corporal Loudon now serves as a national spokesman for Protect the Protectors and never serves without his bullet-resistant vest.
It's important to protect the officers because they are protecting us.
Donations to support Protect the Protectors and applications for vests can both be made through the Safe Surfin website. Part of the goal of the Safe Surfin Foundation is to equip. This not only includes law enforcement, but also parents and guardians through programs like the Easy Child and the Senior ID Kit. Every day in America, over 2,000 children and elderly individuals go missing. When that happens, information such as a physical description, current photo, and fingerprints are critical for law enforcement. The Easy Child and Elderly ID system is a comprehensive digital fingerprinting and information collection kit.
To take and actually train somebody that's never been on this system, the Child ID Easy Kit, 5 minutes of training and they could start rolling with doing the work themselves.
It produces a high-quality color photo of the individual, and most importantly, the face is clearly seen. Also included is a detailed physical description and a set of digital fingerprints.
When we are IDing at schools, functions, you hit the screen, captures the fingerprint, and that's it.
The Safe Surfing Foundation is a way, again, to offer parents that safety for their students.
I just think it's important to have the kids to have stuff on record just in case something should ever happen.
It made me feel like safer if I go missing. I thought the fingerprint was fun.
I think events like this that can bring it to the community is a way for parents to become more aware of that and take advantage of it.
What we do is if we have a kid, God forbid, go missing, and a parent has come to an Easy ID event and gotten the data, if the parent hands us that CD, we can actually pop that into the computer and send out the pictures across vSend, which is across the country. It's an alert.
The Easy ID Kit is now being used across the country.
The individuals who put this program on, they can't believe that it is as simple as it is.
The Easy Child and Elderly ID system is free and available by going online to the Safe Surfin website. Another way the Safe Surfin Foundation is protecting children is by educating them. One of the primary objectives of the Safe Surfin Foundation is teaching children how to use the internet safely. Many children are still naive to the dangers they face online. At least 200 million girls and 100 million boys worldwide will be sexually victimized before they reach adulthood.
The parents are not educated, and law enforcement is not equipped the way it should be. That's the reason the Safe Surfin Foundation was formed.
The Safe Surfin Foundation educates children and teens through printed and digital resources. Through CDs, online videos, and even interactive games, the educational materials engage children in an entertaining way.
The value of the Safe Surfing material that we give out, the trainings that we do, is awareness. It gives the parents the knowledge to say, oh, well, maybe we do have a problem with our child being on the internet.
The Safe Surfin Foundation also uses pledge cards signed by parents. These pledge cards serve as a reminder of the parents' commitment to proactively protecting their children from online dangers.
The education is important because these kids just don't realize it's life-altering. But as soon as they find out and they get educated, they are more than willing to stop what they're doing. They're more than willing not to accept every friend request that they get.
The tremendous impact of Safe Surfin Foundation programs, such as internet safety education, is possible through critical partnerships.
Our supporters include Department of Justice and ICAC. Financial support comes from Moose International and Women of the Moose. We also have received grants from Walmart, the Greenbrier Resort, merchandise and monetary support from Marvin Winkler on the West Coast.
Moose International has partnered with the Safe Surfin Foundation since its beginning.
I think Safe Surfing Foundation's partnership with Moose International is so successful because they have the same wants, they have the same desires, they have the same concerns about children as we do.
Well, I'm just proud of everything that we do. I'm proud of the way we work with Safe Surfing because that, again, helps kids and it gets predators off the street.
Endorsements for the Safe Surfin Foundation include the Fraternal Order of Police, National Sheriff's Association, National White Collar Crime Center, and the University of Tennessee Law Enforcement Innovation Center. The Safe Surfin' Foundation also benefits from multiple celebrity spokespersons, such as basketball great Shaquille O'Neal, actors Eric Estrada and Armand Asante, and model and entrepreneur Kathy Ireland. The Safe Surfin' Foundation has made tremendous progress since 2000. They have protected and educated children and equipped law enforcement. But the hard work can never stop.
The work of safe surfing, I don't think will ever be over, because as long as there are children in the cyber arena, there are going to be sexual predators in the cyber arena that wants to do them harm.
The efforts of the Safe Surfin' Foundation have protected children, saved lives, and provided law enforcement with the technological edge they need. That's why continued partnerships and support are so critical.
The funds that you donate to Safe Surfin' Foundation empowers us to protect kids throughout this country, but throughout the world. We would not be able to do what we do without your support.
Supporting this foundation will allow these men and women to have the resources that they need to continue to put out the educational material that's current and be able to be ready at a moment's notice to go out and teach.
Partner and support the Safe Surfin' Foundation today. To learn more, go to safesurfin.org.